exactly that in less words, because nobody cares.
Lots to talk about today. Today's day 76. Yes, it is. My mind's all over the place, but there's lots of things going. It's in a direction. It's just there's lots of things I need to talk about. So let's get straight to it. Number one, woke up today at 5 o'clock. Well, actually, the same sort of thing. Went to bed last night, like in bed, had a good, okay. Woke up today at 2 o'clock in the morning. That was good. Then went back to sleep. Woke up again at 5 in the morning. That was good. Went back to sleep because I was going like, I was comfy, not afraid. And woke up again at 6 o'clock. And then it was like, oh, I want to stay in bed, want to stay in bed, want to stay in bed. And then got out of bed at 6:30, like was energized sort of thing. Now, this time, happy with that because it was not a stay in bed like I don't want to start the day, I'm afraid of getting out there sort of thing. But I was comfortable. I was comfortable and not quite fully rested sort of thing. And then I go, okay, well, 5 o'clock I didn't want to get out of bed. And then an hour and a half later, like a full sleep cycle sort of thing, I actually got out of bed and felt energized to do it. I was good. So I'm happy with that. Did not go for the run yet. Might go for it later. But I started, got productive. I had two bananas for lunch, for breakfast, and started reading Paul Hillman's Suicide and the Soul for a class. Now, in reading it, I realized that I want to understand it, and it's difficult. So I think that I'm gonna have to reread it multiple times, kind of thing, like the first run through, and then read it for a second time, like that chapter sort of thing. It's only 150 pages long, the entire book, so I think I can actually do that. Now that's gonna take time. So in seeing that, that is a reason why I think it's a good idea to drop the physical and mental health class. Now, in the back of my mind, I'm going like, oh, what my parents think of me doing that? But I need to not get rid of that because number one, they wouldn't be like, oh, fucking you're stupid, don't do that. That's not what it was, but there's still that lingering kind of thought, kind of idea. But also, it's my life. But it isn't because, like, okay. Anyways. In addition to that, I got an email this morning from a resume analyzer because I went on monster.com and it was like, yo, you want a free resume analysis? And I was like, absolutely. So I sent mine in and it came back with a bunch of things I needed to work on, sort of stuff. So I was like, oh, awesome. That's good feedback. I actually haven't turned the timer on, so I have no idea how long I'm going. Realizing that now. Okay, cool. So that's a thing that I'm going to go, like I'm going, okay, so that's a task I can put onto the list of things to do. Make my resume better. What was I just talking about? My resume, right? Okay. Make my resume better. So that's a thing that is probably going to take a lot of time, sort of thing. And I'm also going, oh, I'm too late to do it. Should I have not sent all those resumes out to the other people? And I go, okay, I can't dwell on the things I haven't done in the past. I've learned from that going, okay, there's going to be more jobs in the future. People are always going to be hiring jobs. So if I get a better one from that, maybe that opens more doors, sort of thing. Just a thing to think about. Cool. So that's a thing. Now, since that's going to take a lot of time, and I want to dedicate aspects to it, it's another reason to go maybe the physical and mental health class I should drop. Just going, it seems like there's a lot of work involved with it, which is beneficial, and not that I'm lazy, but I'm just going, okay, I have this more important thing than this. Not a course. I'm not passionate about learning about that. I'm interested in it, but it's not that same sort of thing I would be, yeah. So I think I'm going to do that after. Now, when I drop the course, because that's where when I drop the course, okay, also I think course, yeah, we're going to stay on this right here. Like when I drop the course, I'm also going to send an email to the professor and kind of go like, hey, because it looks like she put a lot of work into it and it seems complicated. And I want to go like, yo, I'm dropping the course not because I think the course sucks, but because I'm taking 6 courses right now and I think that it would be better if I dropped one. So, feel like just be nice sort of thing. So that's the thing that I'm going to do. That is that dilemma solved. Also today, I think I'm going to spend the most of it reading the Suicide and the Soul book. Because it's for a class and I'm not behind it. That's what we started to read this week, kind of thing, but to get just so I can show up tomorrow morning and be ready to participate in the discussion kind of thing, and because I actually want to know. Cool, and then I can dedicate that to that sort of thing. I can if I can check a thing off a list, as opposed to just like filling in just partial check marks everywhere. That. Also, yesterday I made a list of things I had to do, and I came in today to look at it, and like I'm going, okay, I don't really have that many things that are stressing me out right now. It's just when I have them in my head sometimes, just a little bit of each thing is too much, overwhelming all at once at the same time. So I'm happy with that sort of thing. Okay, what else is happening? So, gonna work on resume. That's a task that I can complete. That I was happy to get that email from. And it basically went, well, like, you're not, bunch of things you need to work on, actual details sort of things. Some stuff that I went going like, that's like, that doesn't make any sense. But whatever, I think I need to approach making the resume with the mentality of, the same mentality that I put into my head when I edit the videos and the vlogs that I've done in the past, which is going, like, assume nobody cares. Like right from the beginning, that every second someone doesn't care and is uninterested. So like you always got to keep their attention sort of thing. So I'm going to assume the resume nobody cares about because I've put a lot of information into it that if you read it and go like detail, like step by step, you'll get a good understanding of who I am. But I think I need to do exactly that in less words because nobody cares. If they, the resume is the ticket for them to meet me, not the way they meet me. Or is it the way they meet me? Whatever, I don't need to put my heart and soul in all of me into one piece of paper. I need to go like, here's a little teaser trailer. Like, here's a reason to send me a message kind of thing. Okay, so that's the thing that's been happening. I'm feeling good today. Woke up at a good time. I talked about that. Oh, I also wanted to talk about, do I want to talk about that this time or the next time? Okay, we're just going to go right now. So last weekend, met this, we're hanging out with a new group of friends sort of thing. Oh, this is a much different tone sort of thing. No, okay, I'm going to stop right here. What I'm talking about is a more, like it's just meeting new friends, asking a girl out, thinking she had feelings back, and that also her friends were supporting that, but also that's me overanalyzing the situation because in reality she just was like oh no, I'd definitely go for coffee, but like just as friends, which then I was like, okay, cool, yes, that's what I intended, even though it wasn't, but also at the same time I go, Kate, like it's either if you felt this connection with this person, like why does it need to be always romantic? Like, could it not just be a platonic sort of thing? Like let's see where that goes, timer. Let's see where that goes. Sort of thing, like just explore. Maybe just a friend. Like, it doesn't matter, that sort of thing. But then it makes me step back and go like, why was everyone else being so friendly to me? Like, or were they? And was I overanalyzing the situation? Now, the problem with that is because at the same time, I had a conversation with a guy that I'd never met before. But he knew who I was. And he was talking about this girl that he had hooked up with a couple of times. Like not in a kind of way, but just in a way of describing her personality, and had mentioned that she had mentioned me in their post-coitus conversations a couple of times, and that like he was just going like he wanted my advice on, I don't know if I'm remembering this incorrectly, but it was just going, okay, so where was I? It was just, I'm very excited. I'm in a good, I wanted, okay. He was talking, who I didn't know, was talking with a girl who I knew of about an interest in me or thoughts about me or something. I don't know if I misunderstood the conversation. So that like counters exactly, that has happened. And then I'm interpreting people being friendly towards me as meaning something more than that, or that they're talking about me, but then I'm going, no, don't overthink that, analyze that situation. But then this sort of thing happens So then I go, okay, which one do I follow? That's just it's a weird situation. Now, from that though, we just break that apart and now I step in, is I go, okay, what I need to do is I need to get better at doing this every day. Because just right here, I thought yesterday I would have nothing to talk about today, but turns out I do, which is always going to happen. So I can't make the mistake of thinking that and need to commit to documenting my thoughts when they're fresh. Because now I go, I don't feel, memory, like I understand how memory is very fluid and doesn't crystallize. Like, it is easily modified. So the thoughts I'm having right now are like not nearly the same as what they were the day after the thing sort of happened. And I would, the insight I can get from that, extract from that, those thoughts, is not as juicy and accurate if I'm extracting them from the insights of the thoughts I'm having now, which are thoughts about the thoughts I had, rather than the thoughts specifically themselves. So from this whole sort of me not knowing how to analyze the situation, I'm going, okay, well, I'm still going to see how that goes and not go like, oh, you have to be my girlfriend. But go like, okay, well, like I want to figure out who you are. Like, let's see who that type of person is. And if she doesn't have interest in that domain, and that's right from the start, that's cool, that's perfect. What this gives me an opportunity if I'm just trying to see what I can gain from it, other than, because like for myself, I go like, well, fucking I want to, so I'm going to do it. But also if I want to extract and like analyze it more, I can go, that will give me insight into another personality from which I can decide specific characteristics that I may or may not like, and then use that as a template for future interactions with people. Which is the fancy way of saying, does she have personality characteristics that I find attractive? And if so, I should look for those in other people, in the future people that I encounter. As well, am I overanalyzing situations because people don't talk about me that much, but then they do? So that's a weird sort of phenomenon. But from that was me moving the idea, continuity. From that, I go, I can't conclude anything right there, but what I can do is commit to articulating the thoughts I had sooner after the fact of the event specifically happening, after that happening, so I can later analyze it and get more insight and draw more insightful conclusions. Because also, the guy was super cool. Like, he was very friendly. Like, I don't want to say anything that. And it wasn't anything. It was just a weird conversation going. I just caught me off guard. That the girl's also nice. Like I haven't really ever had a conversation with her though. So that it's just one of those weird things going like, okay, where is this coming from? But that. Work on the resume. I'm feeling good. It's going to be a productive day. That may be just reading. And I looked at the list and I go, okay, so today's good. Tomorrow is going to be productive as well. We're going to see what's going on. I'm feeling happy. We're running at 1,000 miles an hour in a single direction. And we're confident it's a good one.